What's tea, y'all? Welcome back to Godsip, where we talk about all the gossip in the Bible. So today we are on 1 Samuel 12 and 13. So we already know right now Saul is king, right? So at this point, Samuel, he comes up and he's like talking to Israel and he's like, listen, at this point, I've done all I can do. Alright, I gave y'all the king that y'all wanted. I've never done wrong by y'all. Like, I've always done right, and so has God. But y'all still want this king. So what I'm going to tell y'all to do is, y'all need to obey. Like, this is very important. Like, going forward, y'all need to obey everything that the Lord has commanded y'all to, because if y'all obey, everything's going to go good. But if you don't, you're not going to like the consequences of it. Just saying. Okay? So fast forward, we're talking about Saul. So Saul, he was 30 years old when he became king. And he reigned for about 42 years. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you hear everything else. So now Saul, he was going to war, and he had like 3,000 people that was with him in Israel. He had 2,000 people, 2,000 soldiers that was at Michmash, and then he had 1,000 people that was with his son Jonathan. And the rest of the people, like, he just made them go home. He like, okay, we don't need y'all, y'all just go home. So now, at this point, Jonathan, his son, he starts beefing with the Philistines. Again, here we go again with the Philistines. Like, he starts beefing with the Philistines. He go over to their camp, and he starts attacking them. So now, well, not necessarily like just attacking the Philistines, but like he's messing with their stuff. So the Philistines, they hear about it, and now they mad. Like, they big mad. And everybody's finding out about it, and you already know what's happening. Like, you go into our camp and you messing with our stuff, so you already know what's about to pop off. So they find out, and now they upset and stuff. And now Saul, he's like, okay, well, now I need to let all the Israelites know what's happening. So he tell all the Israelites, hey, Jonathan took him and some people over there to mess with the Philistines, and now they mad, and now they coming for us. So at this point, the people are mad. Well, they're scared. They're mad and they're scared, because it's just like, why would you go over there and mess with the Philistines, and like, you know how they is. But they scared. They like, oh my gosh, because at this point, like, it's just too many of them. Like, they really ready. Like, they vowed that. Like, they really ready to go to war about their stuff. So now it's a whole bunch of people that join forces with Saul, because they like, obviously it's a lot of them and we need more people. So some people joined in with Saul. So Saul, at this point, remember when Samuel told Saul that he was going to come to him, but he has to wait 7 days. Remember that from the last videos. So at this point, now this is crucial. Saul has waited the 7 days. Samuel is nowhere to be found. He's still not there. He's still not there to have that conversation with him. So he's like, okay, it's been 7 days. This man ain't here, and the Philistines is coming. Like, they're like really coming for us, and we need God on our side. And like, who's gonna burn this sacrifice? Because Samuel was supposed to do it, and he's not here. So Saul is like, he starts panicking like way too much. So he took matters into his own hands, and he's like, forget it. He starts gathering all this stuff, burnt the sacrifice, and as soon as he finished, Samuel shows up. Yeah. At the last minute, Samuel shows up. So Samuel, he walks up and he's like, boy, what did you do? He's like, well, I waited to 7 days like you told me to, but you didn't show up. And like, the Philistines, they was coming for us, and like, you still wasn't here. So like, we needed God on our side, and we needed to burn that sacrifice. And what did you think I was supposed to do? Like, it was a lot. I had to do something. And he's like, bruh, you don't know what you just did. He's like, you just messed everything up. God had something for you. He was about to establish your kingdom in Israel forever, and since you did that and took matters into your own hands, it's not gonna happen. It's not. It's sorry. And he's like, because of that, now God is about to anoint somebody else that actually cares about what he says and that's actually going to be obedient and do what he says, and you're not going to be on the throne anymore. So now Saul is like depressed or whatever, and Samuel, he just leaves. So now when the war comes about, like, the Israelites at this point, they only have 600 people. Remember how they started off? They had like 2,000 in one area, 3,000 in one area, and then they had 1,000 in another area. Now it's only 600 of them. So now Saul, Jonathan, and them 600 people, they don't really have the right weapons. Like, they have the weapons, but it's not really good enough. Like, they need to sharpen their swords and all of this other stuff. But since everything was happening so bad, like, they had to kind of go into the Philistine camp just to go sharpen their tools. But even with that, like, they were being charged a lot of money just to do that. To the point, like, they just kind of, like, they had to, I'm pretty sure they had to just, like, sell everything. So, again, by the time the battle actually came about, none of the soldiers had any weapons. Like, none of them had any swords or anything like that. The only people that had swords was Saul and Jonathan. Like, how do y'all think that y'all supposed to have a war with the Philistines that y'all started, and then the only thing that y'all have left is 2 people with weapons? Like, how do you think that that's gonna work? It just don't make sense. But yeah, guys, anyways, next week we're about to move into the next chapter, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Jonathan, because, like, the introduction for Jonathan, y'all already know, it's just a little because first of all, you starting beef with the Philistines, and y'all know how the Philistines is, and now y'all ain't got nothing. So yeah, next video we're going to talk a little bit about Jonathan, which is Saul's son. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.